Hi everybody, this is Sister Omi. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm here to do the new moon in Aries reading, and this is for the sign of Leo. So, the moon in Aries, this is for everyone across the board. Now, you may be feeling a little some uncertainty, and whatever problems that come up, you want to solve them as fast as possible. But the thing here is you do not have to rush or as if there's a deadline. You can slow down and you can decide what you want to do so that you could proceed at a comfortable pace. Not saying that you don't move forward, but you don't have to charge with that Aries fire, you know. This new moon in April of 2019 in Aries brings opportunities for honor, wealth, promotion, and good friends and business success. But first, you have to really look at, but for any fear, self-doubt, pessimism must be overcome with patience and perseverance. That's the area that's going to have to be worked through. So Leo, this new moon in Aries, for you, this is like going on some type of a vision quest. Now, it could be geographically, it could be mentally or spiritually, but maybe you've been stuck in a spot for too long, and now it's like your heart is saying it's time for a change, or you've been living within borders that you have built for yourself. So what's to stop you from breaking free? And only the limits of your imagination. So Leo, what are the cards saying for you at this new moon? And what I prefaced with, you think about it, it's interesting that you get death. You know, it's time to change. There's an ending, there's a transition, you know. Metamorphosis. It's time to set aside certain things. Like even if you're setting aside like greed, lust, or these type of things in order to live free. And this is not, you shouldn't take anything for granted here. This is definitely going with the flow to evolve. Accept the fact that change is inevitable. You can either, rally against it, and the idea of death or endings may, make you feel some type of way, but the stance you take can make all the difference. Now, change is inevitable. Now, are you going to go with the flow and go with the change here? And some of that change may be linked to your emotions here or how you handle things. Even, like I said, you have to set aside greed, lust, in order to live a free life. So if you're motivated by those things, that greed, that lust, that's you going inside and tapping into your own fear, self-doubt, and pessimism. So the death is an inside job right here. Here we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Now, this Ace of Wands in reverse is definitely saying ending. Or maybe you're just stuck. And with this Wands, this fire, that's your primal energy, fire. So what motivates you, that heat, that passion? What makes you want to get up in the morning? Is it listening to music? Or is there someone in your life, Leo, like another Leo, Aries, or Sag, that could have, that maybe you gave, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Maybe you gave this person power and you should have kept your power to yourself, for yourself. So this is also just saying, besides, I told you don't take anything for granted. But basically, this is saying you're stuck in a rut. Oh my God, I can't talk. You're stuck in a rut, and you're resisting. I would say that this is a sign that you are resisting on some level. So, Leo. Now, when I pull these cards, you know I always ask for a spirit to give us an advice card. But you got 2 advice cards, okay? And the first one is the devil, which I think is interesting with the other 2 cards. Because remember I said sometimes what motivates you, or you have to set aside greed and lust in order to live free. The devil is all the things that are motivated by our ego, greed, lust, money, and it's a matter of putting things in perspective. So in this day and age, it's easy to be distracted from morals, values, faith, and the moment you move away from virtue, you become a victim. Being lost is nothing more than letting outside influences have control over you. So choose your power. Don't let it choose you. So if you're motivated by lust, are you motivated by greed? Are you motivated by power? Are you motivated by control? And not to say that we don't have these things in us, but is that your motivation to get up every morning? Or are these qualities you have in yourself that you need to cultivate to work within a system? Now, the next card we got here is 4 of Cups. And here, this is more doubt and insecurity, your inspiration. Are you hesitating? Don't let a hit to your self-confidence. So this is a hit to your self-confidence spoil the pleasures life has to offer you. Open your heart. Realize you are valuable and special. And there's an excellent opportunity that may be right in front of you, and you're letting your insecurity and your feeling maybe of being unworthy get in the way of your growth. You have support. You have the support you need to grow. So, that death, maybe your motivation was greed or lust, or let's just say a lot of these things may have been misplaced. So now you've taken a hit to your self-confidence. So during this time, it's definitely good for you to work on fear, doubt, pessimism, as a way to be able to move forward, as a way for you to break free, as a way to test the limits of your imagination here. So with this 4 Cups, we're talking about rid yourself of doubt. Isn't that what I said? Self-doubt. And the devil here, he's all about sin, abuse, control issues. There's an imbalance, a negative influence that you have given power to. Or maybe it's just repressed anger that you have towards someone. And, the reality is you really have no control. You decide who you give your control to. And that's what this devil card is saying. What are you giving your control to? And you need to bring that back in line to get secure and feel inspired emotionally. So this is about transforming. This is an inside job. And Leo, you are all fire. This Ace of Fire, you got to put an end to some of this stuff so that you can move forward. You can use this energy, this fire that you have, to turn it around, to take a positive action and assert yourself in an inspiring way, full of energy, instead of moving and this is like being stuck, walking in like mud with lead boots on or something, This is interesting. So what I see is this is all up to you. You could choose to live your life in fear, self-doubt, and pessimism. It's like blaming everyone for things that go on in your life. But this is saying here that take the initiative to rid yourself of all those things. Like, you may have had a hit to your self-confidence, but it's okay. This is really a test. Are you going to now I'm going to jump around based on, because right here we got the chakra card, personal power. You pull this, you have to claim your personal power, because up here what it's saying is you giving it to the devil. Now I'm going to get back to that card, but I also pulled two cards that represent nature, a crystal and a tree. These are things of the earth. And how are they supporting this new moon phase? Because here this is all about transmuting and transcending that old stuff. So realize here you got the black tourmaline, and this is good for protection. This neutralizes toxic energies from your environment. It shields you from ill will or EMFs, stress, and detoxifying the body supports your well-being. So what may be good during this time is some type of detox. Now, there's all types of detoxes out there. You know who you are. You know what would work for you. But maybe it's something that you can consider. Like black tourmaline, this particular crystal itself absorbs negative energy and affords excellent energetic protection, enhancing your physical vitality. So maybe you've been feeling sluggish. So maybe you need to drink more water and less processed foods or something like that. And give your system a break. And know that you can adapt and adjusting to new places, new situations. Just let go of over cautiousness, but you're protected. You can stay protected, but you don't have to be overly cautious. Strengthen yourself. That's what this is. To protect yourself, you have to strengthen yourself. And this is the far as a chakra, this is the earth chakra and your base chakra. So this is the earth and 6 inches beneath the earth. So with that, I would say eat some root vegetables. Make sure you're getting enough protein and enough sleep. You know, try to go to bed at a certain time, wake up at a certain time, and get some physical exercise. Now, the next card I have here is a strawberry tree, and the strawberry tree says rare gifts. Now this says that you're due for happiness, you know, and it's time for change and dispelling your demons and passing a test that brings freedom, symbolizing the blossoms. So this is telling you, dispel all these control issues, dispel all the things that may motivate you if it's greed or lust. You know, instead of really like what's good for all or what's good for your overall health. Something for the good instead of controlling. And what it says here is when seeds fall, they return home to their true essence. Your true essence brings return and regeneration of spirit to spirit. That fire, that initial push, that's what people need, but they need it in a positive, not motivated from the devilish things. And if you do that, you're going to find you even have some rare gifts, or people have rare gifts they're going to be willing to share with you. Now, I pulled up 2 chakra cards, and I'm going to go back to this personal power, because this goes with that devil card. It's like you gave up your power. You given up your power. You know, you handed it over. So it's time to step into your power. Now, we live in a certain exciting time here on Earth right now, but we're also being invited to live more from a place of empowerment. And that's what this is about here. So we've learned to hand over our power to people like we think they know more than us, but they don't really know us. So we tend to give people our power when we shouldn't. So now's the time to look within and listen with loving wisdom and your divine guidance. It's time to connect to your soul. At times, you know, power can be misunderstood as negative or controlling expression that comes from the ego. So what we're talking about here, this is not from ego, this is from love. The devil is the ego. That would be the difference. Personal power is from love of self. The negative aspect of that is the devil, because this is motivated by ego. Your ego is greedy. Your ego is lustful. Your ego says you need to control this. Your ego lets you trample over people to make you feel better than yourself. But regaining your personal power, we're talking about here is love, and it comes from a place deep within your heart. So it's time to make your own decisions and choices that allow the power of your soul to grow. So harness this power and enhance your life and well-being, knowing that you are supported fully by your higher self and the universe in this powerful and exciting transition. So that goes back to this transition. It's time for a change. Let go of the self-doubt, pessimism, all those things. It's time to let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And then going back to this message here, even if your self-confidence took a hit, it's okay. What did you learn? So open your heart. This is what it's saying here. Open your heart. Realize you are valuable and realize that you are special. Whoops. Okay, so the last chakra card I got, interesting enough. Oh, let me just say this. This was the solar plexus too. So get out in the sun, get some sunshine, get your blood pumping. You know what I'm saying? Get outside. Do some stuff outside. Because this is the solar plexus, the sun. It's right above the navel. And if this is in balance, you're able to express yourself freely. And so this is what you want to do. So get out in the sun. Enjoy the sunshine. Go in the park. Now this next chakra here is the heart chakra. Isn't that where love is? In the heart, you have to be able to open your heart. And I know this says gossip. So are you gossiping about other people or people gossiping about you? But the key here is prejudice and misunderstanding, gossip, because that's what people do. If they don't really know you, they assume things, so they just talk about you. Or if you're being the devil and a control freak, maybe this is someone you feel you can't control, so you malign them. And really, when you look at this card, it's like, I never met a person I didn't like. Because if you didn't like them or they weren't doing what you wanted to do, you were being the devil and you were trying to control a person, and everyone's on their life path. So with this gossip here, it's like, truly open your heart with no personal agenda other than love. The devil, isn't that what it's saying? No agenda. If you have agenda, you're letting the ego in. So with this, follow your heart. Seek your truth. And be open. So, Leo, I think this was a very interesting read, because here, what are we saying? What's stopping you from breaking free? That was the question I asked, right? Only the limits of your imagination. So, ask yourself, what are you willing to change and let go of? Right? What are you willing to change? What are you willing to let go of? This is time for an ending. It's inevitable. It's time to set aside greed, lust, in order to be free or to live free. Don't take anything for granted. And with this, there is an ending. So you're stuck in a rut. So the only thing you can do is change at this particular point. And don't resist. Don't resist. And the message from the devil is to let you know, ego, negative influences prohibit living a full life. So if you have any control issues or anything like that that puts your morals and values at question, maybe that's where that transition needs to take place. And then you also got the message from the Four of Cups. So if you took a hit to your ego, not your ego, if you took a hit to your self-confidence. And I think really when I stumbled on that because I'm thinking how we live in a society, we play with words. So was your ego bruised or really was it your self-confidence? If it was your self-confidence, it's okay. If it was your ego, you could say, oh, that was just my ego. Now, if it's your self-confidence, open up your heart, like it says here. Be open. Because if you were acting from motivated from a devilish or ego perspective, now you can evaluate that. I was not looking at my self-confidence, I was looking at my ego. And so maybe you created the gossip. Or maybe someone did it to you and that hit your self-confidence. But realize you're valuable and special and you have an opportunity here for growth. And as I said too, when we got the crystal here, know that you're protected. You are protected. This is going to absorb negative energy around you. So if you have the black tourmaline or can get a small one, you can keep it on your person, within your body, on your body. And you're going to discover some rare gifts about yourself and rare gifts in others if you just step away from the ego and let your heart shine. And don't gossip. Eat some greens and some vegetables here. This is that heart chakra to get it open. And here, to gain your personal power, get out in the sun, walk, get some exercise, get that blood pumping. Open that heart, eat no green leafy vegetables. This is going to stimulate these chakra areas in a positive way to help you release some of these inner questions you may have, because with this devil here and this reverse here, there's things you want to do, you want to be blocked, and sometimes you're dealing with people and you want to blame them, and it's like you got to take your own inventory here. And in taking that inventory, like I said, the main thing here at this moon in Aries is any fear, self-doubt, pessimism has to be overcome. And that's where you need to put your energy, patience, and perseverance in eliminating those things so that you can regain your personal power. You don't have to give it up. And with that, you can let go of the ego because you're definitely working for the greater good. Okay, Leo, let me know what you think. Give me a like, share, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. This is Sister Omi. Peace.